Have you ever stopped and thought, who's watching you right now? Not just when you're out in public, but even in your own living room, the one place you thought was private. This isn't just paranoia. For millions of seniors, the home itself has become the new surveillance hub, silent, invisible, and always on. And it's not just about annoying ads or a few companies learning what TV shows you watch. This can cost you money, expose your health information, and quietly chip away at your independence, without you realizing it. That's why you need to hear this today, because I'm about to reveal 5 ordinary places where you are being tracked, recorded, and monitored without your knowledge. Some may sound familiar, but others will shake you to your core. And trust me, the last one is the most unsettling of all, because it strikes at the most personal part of your life. So don't look away. Once you know where the hidden eyes and ears are, you can finally protect yourself. Before we dive in, make sure you hit the like button so more seniors can protect themselves too. And if you care about defending your privacy, subscribe to Motive Lux, where we tell the stories no one else will. Now, let's begin. Place 1, your smart TV. Do you remember when televisions were simple? A wooden box, a few knobs, maybe an antenna you had to adjust every few minutes. Those days are gone. Modern smart TVs aren't just screens. They're powerful computers plugged directly into the internet. And here's the unsettling part. That connection works both ways. While you're streaming your favorite shows, the TV might also be sending data back about you. It starts small. What programs you watch, how long you watch them, whether you pause or rewind. But it doesn't stop there. Many smart TVs come with built-in microphones and even cameras. Some are meant for voice commands or video calls, but they don't always stay off when you think they are. Take Harold, a grandfather I once met. He loved his old westerns in the evening. What he didn't realize was that his TV's microphone was enabled by default. After a private conversation with his daughter, he began noticing ads that matched things he had only spoken out loud in his living room. He thought his home was private. In reality, it was listening. Here's the truth. Those smart features are collecting tiny pieces of your life, stitching them into a profile, your habits, your conversations, even your health concerns if you talk about them near the screen. So what can you do? Go into your settings and disable microphone and camera functions you don't use. Cover the camera with tape or a simple slider if you never use video calls. And never discuss sensitive topics, health, money, passwords, while sitting in front of your smart TV unless you know it's locked down. Your TV should entertain you, not spy on you. Place 2. Your smartphone apps. Our phones are lifelines. For seniors, they keep us connected to our kids and grandkids, remind us about medications, even give us a sense of independence. But behind those handy apps is a hidden cost. Your privacy. Free apps, like weather apps, flashlight apps, or even puzzle games, often demand permissions they don't need. Why would a flashlight need access to your microphone? Why would a simple game need to track your location 24/7? The answer: because you're not the customer, you're the product. Carol, a 74-year-old woman, loved brain games on her phone. What she didn't realize was that one of her apps was quietly collecting her location and listening in. Soon, she noticed ads that matched things she'd only mentioned in casual conversation. She laughed at first, but then realized her phone had been eavesdropping all along. Every tap, Every search, every location ping builds a picture of your daily life, your habits, your health, your fears. And that information can be sold, hacked, or even used by scammers to target you directly. So, here's what you must do. Review your app permissions. If a game or tool doesn't need your microphone, camera, or location, turn it off. Delete apps you don't use. Every extra app is another open door. And before downloading anything new, stop and ask, does this app really need this information? Your phone should work for you, not spy on you. Place 3. Public security cameras. The moment you step outside your home, you're being watched. Cameras are on traffic lights, in grocery stores, at banks, even on street poles you pass without noticing. At first, it feels like safety. Cameras prevent crime, right? But today's cameras don't just record, they recognize. They can scan your face, match it with databases, and follow your movements across different locations, all without your consent. George, a 76-year-old from Ohio, visited a cafe once. Weeks later, he began receiving coupons in the mail. How? The cafe partnered with a system that scanned customer faces as they entered. George never signed up for loyalty rewards, but his face became his membership card. Think about that. Simply walking down the street can create a permanent digital trail, one you never agreed to. So here's the key. Be mindful of what you do in public spaces. Don't read sensitive documents or discuss private information where cameras may also capture audio. And when possible, support businesses that are transparent about how they use surveillance. Remember, cameras may have been built to protect, but they also have the power to pry. Place 4. Home assistant devices. Alexa, Google Home, Siri. They're pitched as helpers, tools that make life easier. And for many seniors, they feel like companions. You can play music, set reminders, even make phone calls hands-free. But here's the dark truth. These devices don't just wake up when you call their name. They're always listening. And sometimes they record at the wrong time. Those recordings are often stored in massive databases, and in some cases, employees of the companies listen to them, supposedly to improve the system. But that means strangers may hear fragments of your private life. Evelyn, a 72-year-old widow, loved using her assistant for reminders. One evening, while paying bills on the phone, she mentioned banking details. Soon after, she began receiving targeted financial calls. Coincidence? Maybe. But the timing was hard to ignore. Here's the reality. These assistants don't stand alone. They're connected to your doorbells, thermostats, lighting systems. They build a complete map of your daily routine, from when you wake up to when you go to bed. If you use one of these devices, disable the option to save recordings. Turn off the microphone when you don't need it. And never keep them in rooms where sensitive conversations happen. Convenience is tempting, but your home should be your sanctuary, not a listening post. Place 5. Your online searches. There's one place most seniors still feel safe, sitting at the computer typing a question into Google. It feels private, like whispering a thought into the air. But it's not private at all. Every search, best vitamins for seniors, arthritis remedies, cheap flights to Florida, is logged, linked to you, and stored forever. Richard, 78, worried about memory loss, once searched for supplements late at night. Days later, his screen filled with ads for miracle cures, expensive treatments, even questionable clinics. His private fears had been turned into profit. Search engines don't just log your words, they analyze how long you hesitate, which links you click, how far you scroll. Together, those tiny actions paint a portrait of your thoughts, your anxieties, your hopes, your secrets. And when those searches are sold, scammers know exactly how to target you. So here's how to protect yourself. Use privacy-focused search engines that don't track your history. Regularly clear your browsing history and cookies. And treat search bars like public spaces. Never confide your deepest fears without understanding who's listening. Your searches are like diary entries. But instead of locking them in a drawer, you're handing them to strangers. Stop giving away what should only belong to you. We've just uncovered the 5 most common places where your privacy is being stolen. Your smart TV, your apps, the cameras around you, your home assistants, and even your online searches. Each of these feels ordinary, familiar, part of everyday life. But each one collects pieces of your identity, your habits, your health, your relationships, even your fears. And while this may feel overwhelming, remember this: you are not powerless. Every time you turn off a microphone, delete an app, block a camera, or choose a safer search engine, you take back a piece of control. Privacy isn't a luxury, it's freedom. And freedom is worth protecting. So take action today, and if this opened your eyes, hit the like button so others can protect themselves too. Subscribe to Motive Lux for more powerful stories like this. And tell me in the comments, have you ever felt a device was listening when you didn't give it permission? Because if you have, you're not alone.